Hello and welcome, my dear friends. Welcome to an interesting review of a vintage Italian piece. We will talk about this wonderful desk pen made by Montegrappa. Based on the materials they used, I think that this is a piece from the middle of the 1950s. You probably seen this. I bought it recently. I bought it part of a lot, and actually I paid for this one and an Omas desk stand. I'm not so sure which one because I have two in my collection. So it came with one of these stands from Omas, and I paid for it only 100 lays, or 20.10 euros, or 21.40 US dollars. Not a bad deal for a desk pen fitted with a 14 karat gold nib, and I will show you that wonderful nib. You can see Montegrappa 585 extra. This is a quite nice nib. I'm sorry, it has a little okay, I removed it. This is a wonderful 14 karat gold nib. On the back of it we have a simple ebonite feeder, and the pen continues with this grip section. Based on the fact that we have here this brownish patina to it, I believe that this material is ebonite. And now the interesting part. We can see clearly a transparent ink window, and inside of it we can see the piston. Unfortunately, the piston, which is operated by turning this ending like this, is stuck. I could force it, but it is stuck and definitely needs a little restoration work, but I don't want to damage the actual pen, so I won't get into it. Probably I will use it as a deep pen. Why did I say it's from the middle of the 1950s, guys? So returning to the transparent ink window, we can see clearly that piston core mechanism, and if we look closely at it, it seems to be made of injected plastic, and the injected plastic was adopted by the fountain pen manufacturers at the middle of the 1950s and the beginning of the 1960s. Next, we have also again an old material which has this patina and it has this transparency to it. I believe this is a celluloid, and in time it developed this transparent, translucent patina. Right here we have an interesting engraving or personalization, la stilografica Catanzaro. And I want to thank a viewer of the channel, Frank Vars, who commented when I did the unboxing. He told me that Catanzaro is a town in southern Italy, and La Stilografica, it was the name of the shop, a library or a stationery store in that Italian town. Unfortunately, they are out of business, but probably this was made by Montegrappa and it was personalized when it arrived to this shop. This is a piston filler, so it operates by turning this knob here, but unfortunately the mechanism is stuck. And this is it, my friends, a wonderful pen. I had to have it when I saw the 14 karat gold nib, and again at 20 euros or 21 US dollars, it was a good deal. And now it is time to show you how it writes. So for this, my friends, I will slightly change the angle of the camera. Let's see, like this. Okay, I hope that I can manage to, okay, like this. And now I want to show you how it writes. So let me see. Again, because the piston is not functional, I will just dip the pen in this royal blue ink, and why not? After that, I have also an inkwell full of ink, and I think that this is a Pelikan 401 ink. We will see how it writes. So let me change a little bit the angle of the camera like this. I will do a little shake of the ink bottle, and I will just dip the pen in ink. Dip it in ink like this. And I think it's sufficient. Okay, I will leave the ink bottle open. And let me show you how it writes. So, a little zoom, I think, will be okay. A little bit more. Yes. What do we have here? We have a Montegrappa desk pen. It writes a little bit dry, but I think that it is from the ink. I will dip it a little bit more in the ink. Okay, like this. Okay, so Montegrappa desk pen, and based on the materials, the multitude of materials, I believe that it is a pen from around, let's say 1956 till 1960, let's say. It was a period when still the desk pen was used in several institutions, and what can I say? Montegrappa, a famous Italian luxury fountain pen manufacturer, established in 1912. I've read in the book of Letizia Giacobini that they had several brands or sub-brands. Initially, it wasn't called Montegrappa, it was called Elmo, if I'm not mistaken, and they did lots of work for other producers. So there are lots of sub-brands made by Montegrappa. This time, this pen was sold in southern Italy in the town of Catanzaro, and it is personalized in this manner right over here, thermically engraved La Stilografica Catanzaro. And I think it was quite easy to make this engraving because the material is celluloid. It is quite malleable. Okay, Montegrappa desk pen Catanzaro, fitted with a 14 karat 585 gold nib. Also engraved on the nib is the word extra. Based on the way it writes, I believe that it is an M nib, M for medium. Now let me see how it is. Basically a nice juicy nib. Just look at it, quite nice. And it has a really interesting thing. It has a little bit of a flex to it. Let me show you. So like this, and here you can see this line variance right over here. So it is a little bit flexible, a little flex to this wonderful 14 karat gold nib. Let me see the line variance. So here I'm not applying pressure, and here I'm starting to apply pressure. So definitely you can see also a little line variance depending on the pressure you apply on the nib. Like I told you, I'm curious to see if it can reverse write. Let's see, reverse writing, and it does a good job. But also in reverse writing, it writes also like an M for medium. Okay. It's not a very, very smooth nib, but it has a little bit of a personality. You can see it was hardly used, so a nice nib. Let me see what else I can say about it. Probably let me tell you about the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So my friends, it is an interesting desk pen. It certainly writes very nice. Again, I just dipped it in ink because the piston is not functional, but I think it has a steady ink flow, and it appears to be quite nice. I love this pattern right over here. I fell in love with it. It also continues right here in this material, ebonite material, and I think it adds to the personality and to the beauty of this piece. Again, I did not pay a large sum of money, so around 100 lays for it. The equivalent of 20.10 euros or 21.40 US dollars. So a very nice find for a very well-known Montegrappa Italian manufacturer back on the glory days of the 1960s, 1950s, 1960s, before the revolution brought by the ballpoint pen. And I promised you that I will show you also the red, so I will clean it in this water, and after I will clean it, yes, like this, I will insert it in this. Oh, sorry about this, my friends. It become like this, so I think I won't write with it. Sorry about this. I thought it was full of ink, but it appears that it's dried. Maybe I will write something here. Oh no, definitely not. Not. So no. This is a definitely no with the red ink. I'm sorry for this, my friends, but let me leave you the beautiful nib as an ending to a good and wonderful review of an interesting piece. So my friends, I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this review of an Italian beautiful desk stand. I will see you again in the next review. Till then, bye my dear friends, and God bless you all.